and Duchess of Cambridge tried their hand at off-road driving in Birmingham today on the first leg of their whistle-stop West Midlands tour. Kate and William, who travelled up from their Kensington Palace home on Wednesday morning, began their day at Jaguar Land Rover's Solihull manufacturing plant, where Kate impressed onlookers by navigating some seriously tricky terrain. The Duchess dressed her burgeoning bump in a recycled 680-pounds coat from Goat, adding knee-high Russell and Bromley boots. She was first spotted in the stylish monochrome number during a 2014 trip to New York while she was pregnant with Princess Charlotte. Later, on a visit to Aston Villa Football Club, she swapped her designer coat for a casual red ski jacket, skinny jeans, and trainers, sensibly tying her hair back into a ponytail. The couple, who are expecting their third child in April, kicked off their visit with a tour of JLR and the Solihull site before heading to the vehicle assembly area to view the assembly line and hear about the manufacturing process, meeting staff and apprentices. They then visited the Jaguar Land Rover Experience Center where they met with mountain and cave rescue volunteers participating in a vehicle familiarization exercise. Kate, who recently overcame a bout of severe morning sickness, also had the opportunity to drive a vehicle in the off-road driving area, and wowed staff with her driving skills. The royal couple both briefly ground to a halt at the same notoriously difficult spot halfway up a rock crawl, as they were guided around the course. As well as meeting dozens of the assembly line workers at the neighboring Jaguar Land Rover manufacturing site, William and Kate chatted with mountain rescue volunteers who use vehicles made at the factory. Land Rover Experience lead instructor R.O. Furby, who accompanied the Duke around the circuit, said the royal guest had done amazingly well at the wheel of a mountain rescue liveried 4x4. It was an absolute privilege to take him round off-road and show him the capability of the vehicles, she told reporters. Observing that almost every driver new to the course stops at a little quirk partway up the rock crawl, R.O. added, "It's just a point where the vehicle actually articulates and you lose a little bit of traction. And you learn that a nice way to recover from a loss of traction is to change your line subtly. It's something that we do use as learning for any guest that actually takes on that obstacle." After arriving at the site in a Range Rover, the Duke and Duchess were greeted by Jaguar Land Rover Chief Executive Ralph Speth, the factory's operations director Nigel Blenkinsop and the Lord Lieutenant of the West Midlands, John Crabtree. For the first leg of her West Midlands tour, Kate donned a cozy polo neck jumper underneath the collarless coat to keep warm, and accessorized with a small box clutch, 2,200 pounds Kiki McDonough 18CT yellow gold and paved diamond leaf motif drop earrings, and a pair of suede 325 pounds Russell and Bromley mid-heel riding boots. The Duchess is believed to have had an extra panel added to the black and white crepe coat dress during her second pregnancy in a bid to preserve her modesty. As reported, while the hem still falls above the knee, it is significantly longer than the thigh-skimming original design. The plant sits on a 480-acre site and creates 8,000 cars a week, while its production line is in operation 24 hours a day and employs over 10,000 people. Afterwards, they will meet some of JLR's volunteers, who support projects focusing on regeneration, education, young people, charity work, and the environment. They are also due to meet school children from Topcliffe Primary School, Castle Vale, winners of the Jaguar Primary School Challenge, and will see their winning model car race on a track. The couple, both aged 35, later traveled to Aston Villa Football Club to see the work of the Coach Corps program taking place in Birmingham. Kate slipped out of her coat dress and into something a little more practical, swapping the formal monochrome number for a casual red puffer jacket from Perfect Moment, another old favorite for the Duchess. For her third engagement, Kate tied her hair back into a loose ponytail and swapped her boots for comfy 90-pound New Balance trainers. At Villa Park, the couple met with a group of employers to discuss the positive impact of Coach Corps and hear about the progression of the apprentices. The scheme works with Sport Birmingham to give young people between the ages of 16 to 24 living in the city the chance to become the next generation of inspirational coaches and to give them the opportunity to succeed in employment. William was greeted by club chairman Tony Xia and they chatted about the side's fortunes and football in China. It is the Duke's first official visit to Villa in 4 years, when he witnessed a 0-0 draw with Sunderland in November 2013. Keith Wyness, club chief executive, also spoke with the Duke and then turned to Kate to quip, "Welcome back to the home of one of your husband's other passions." The Duchess, smiling, replied, "Yes, he's been very excited by it." William, who is president of the Football Association, laughed and said, "It'll be interesting to see if she's been listening to any of my conversations about football," causing Kate to joke, "I knew I should have." After speaking with employers and sports associations backing Coach Corps, the couple met youngsters from Prince Albert Infant and Junior School taking part in on-pitch training. As William chatted to the coaches, Kate, who is expecting her third child in April, spoke to youngsters including 10-year-old pupil Sidra Badal. The schoolgirl said, "She was asking me if I enjoyed it and I said I was having a lot of fun. She's so kind and pretty." The Duchess also spoke to coach Giovanni Robinson, 20, who described her as a pleasure to meet. He added, "She called me a harsh coach because I was blindfolding the kids, and then getting them to throw the beanbags at the targets." Afterwards, 10-year-old Iman Shahzad presented flowers to the Duchess. The youngster told Kate she had made her and daughter Charlotte, Princess of Cambridge, a card to take away. Iman said, "It's amazing to meet her, I feel like she's special to me. Meeting her in real life, it's like my dream has come true." Finally, the couple will visit Acme Whistles, the creator of the first police whistle and the original Acme Thunderer. Established in 1870, this family-owned business has developed and patented over 40 whistle designs during its 147-year history and currently exports to 119 countries worldwide. Today, their modern whistles are used in major sporting events globally and by police forces, including the Metropolitan Police. During the visit, the Duke and Duchess will hear about the history of the company and see past and present products. They will then tour the workshop seeing the production process, including the presswork, plating, molding, welding and polishing of the 115,000 whistles which are made and tested every week. Finally, the Duke and Duchess will join members of staff and apprentices at a short reception before unveiling a plaque to mark their visit.